So it's been over 5 months of a relentless Israeli bombardment on the Gaza Strip. So you can imagine as to what life must be like in the Gaza Strip at this moment. Now, sitting amidst rubble, thousands of Palestinians, in fact, offered their Friday prayers as the Israeli bombing continued across Gaza. Now, this was the first Friday prayers in the holy month of Ramadan in the besieged Palestinian Strip that has only witnessed hunger, starvation and deaths. Earlier in the day, the Hamas leaders had proposed terms of a new truce. The militant group had in fact presented a proposal for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip to the mediators and to the United States. The Hamas terms included the release of Israeli hostages in exchange for freedom of Palestinian prisoners, hundreds of whom are serving life sentences. Now, according to the Hamas proposal that's now been accessed by news agencies, Hamas has offered to first free women, children, elderly and also those who are infirm and ill in return for the release of about 700 to 1,000 Palestinians who at this moment have been held in Israeli prisons. Hamas has said that they'd release female Israeli soldiers as part of this plan. The Qatar-based news organization Al Jazeera has said that Hamas has offered a three-phased ceasefire with each stage lasting about 42 days. But Israel has rejected this plan for peace and a ceasefire. Once again, it has called Hamas's demands as simply unrealistic of exchanging Palestinian prisoners for Israeli hostages. The Israeli War Cabinet met in the evening where they discussed the proposal, while people outside of the building in Tel Aviv protested that the Netanyahu government must do more to bring back the Israeli hostages who've been in the Gaza Strip for over 5 months.
We know that there's a deal on the table. We know that this might be the last chance to bring back more than 70 hostages alive and to bring all the hostages that are already dead and bring them to bury them here in Israel. We know that there's a deal on the table, that Hamas gave an answer. We expect the Israeli government to do what it needs to do and close this deal and bring all the hostages back. That's money time.
All right, so that's a voice from inside Israel which says there is a deal on the table. But the question is, will Netanyahu's government rise to the occasion to accept it? Now, Egypt and Qatar, along with regional leaders, have been trying to narrow some of the differences between Israel and Hamas. They are aiming to agree to a truce as the humanitarian catastrophe in the Gaza Strip worsens. There are almost 1/4 of the population of the Gaza Strip at this moment is in the grip of a terrible famine. The Qatari officials have so far not responded to the development yet. The Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has said that Egypt is actively seeking a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. Egypt also has said that it wants to speed up the delivery of aid into the Gaza Strip and allow for the displaced Palestinians in Rafah to return back to their homes from where they've been driven out because of this violence. The Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has also warned against the possible incursion of the Israelis into Rafah. Rafah, the once famous trade and rest center, has now taken the shape of a tent city. There are almost 1.5 million Palestinians who at this moment have sought a refuge at the border with Egypt. The developments have come as until last week there were hopes of all stakeholders agreeing to a truce for the holy month of Ramadan, but no deal was reached before the commencement of the holy month of Ramadan, and the Israeli bombing has continued even during his holy month. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.